Hi, my name is Sydney Prince. I recently completed my Master's of Public Health from St. Ambrose University in spring of 2025. This is my ILE and APE showcase. For my APE, I was an intern at the University of Minnesota Tobacco Research Programs, and I assisted on the menthol study, or the Comet 2P1S3 pilot study. We called it menthol for short, by assisting with participant recruitment, eligibility screenings, and data management, as well as some menthol ban review literature and day-to-day things that were needed for the research study, and really kind of understanding what the impact of a menthol ban would have, not only on the countrywide level, but state by state as well. For my ILE, I built off of a previous undergrad assignment for my practicum in public health placement as an intern at Winona State University, where we were placed in emergency management within Winona County, and I was able to conduct a pilot study evaluating the effectiveness and psychological impact of active shooter simulations in school settings, using survey data from the law enforcement participants as well as other first responders at the Hostile Event Response Trainings, or HERT. And I found significant improvement in preparedness and confidence post trainings. Granted, this was a very small pilot study. However, it highlighted some potential harms for students and staff when they're involved in these high stress drills. And so ultimately, the findings were very much in line with thinking about what you need to do in order to be prepared for events like this. As unfortunate as they are, they do still happen, but you don't need to set a fire, for example, to have a fire drill. You can do drills without necessarily having to have all of that stimulus present, which is one of the main points I touch on in my paper. And so, my master's of public health takeaways. I completed a bachelor's in public health epidemiology from Winona State and was in the 3+2 kind of modified program with Winona State. And so my time here at St. Ambrose University has been shorter than others, but it's been still very much transformative and deepening my understanding of research and health equity, but I think especially the trauma-informed approaches of public health practice. This was not something that I was very familiar with coming into the master's program, and I think it's also helped me spark interest in pursuing the more research heavy side of things, because ironically, when I started my internship at the University of Minnesota, I really didn't feel confident in research and felt like that was something that I would just bide my time and then switch to something else, and it turned out to be a great fit. I have stayed on as a clinical research coordinator at the University of Minnesota since my APE ended in August of 2024, so I will be wrapping up my 1 year at the university this May, and will continue to work as a clinical research coordinator, and I'm actually going full-time at the university starting this week, now that I'm done with my master's program. I'm still contemplating PhD graduate programs in public health or other behavioral science spaces. I think this is something that I'm really going to take a long, hard, steady look at and really contemplate if that aligns with my passions for advancing my career, or if I'm happy where I am now with my master's. So to wrap it up, I'm very thankful for my time here at St. Ambrose University and am looking forward to all that there is to come.